I have only one message for Zimbabwe. Just one prophetic message for Zimbabwe. Now every Zimbabwean, listen, who is hearing me. This is a message concerning the 2023 election, if it is going to be permitted. Now listen with 3 ears. The Lord spoke to me and said, go and tell Zimbabweans that I want them to give me what is called a steering wheel for me to drive that steering into my wheel, to turn that steering into my wheel, into my wheel. And he said, let them give me a horse to ride. And I said, what does that mean, oh God? And God said, it's the votes. Then I started seeing angels in ballot box, in those, what do you call those places where you go when you are voting inside? The polling station inside there, I don't know, that cubicle, the cubicle where you are. So I saw angels that were there, and when people were voting, it was like there was a cloud coming upon them. And then God said, go and tell all Zimbabweans from each and every province that in 2022, once they hear that voting registration has started, every Zimbabwean must go and register to vote, because the Lord was saying, their vote is going to be my horse, which I will use to get into my will. I will ride that horse into my will. So I said, what is your will? And God said, I will not tell you. But the main statement, listen, was God just said, I want every Zimbabwean to register. If they don't do that, they will not have given me a horse. I want a horse to ride. I want a horse to ride. I want a steering. And it is the vote of the Zimbabwean people. From whatever party, from wherever, everybody must register to vote. If you don't have an ID and you have reached the age where you can vote, the Lord was saying, get an ID and you go and register to vote. If you are old, go and register to vote. If you are young and you are a youth, go and register to vote. Every Zimbabwean, God was saying, I want a number of voters which has never registered before in the history of Zimbabwe. Listen carefully. And God said, I want that vote. That ticket that your people must be having, that ink on their fingers that I have voted. So this is what God was telling me. That I want that ink. Everyone must have that ink in Zimbabwe. Whether Christian, whether unbeliever or believer, whoever, young, youths, every province, every person. Let them go and register. Let them go and register. So it was such a noise. Let them go and register. Let them go and register. God was saying, I want queues that stretch for kilometers as they will be voting. They are my angels in those ballots. And once I have that number, they would have given me a horse. Let's clap hands unto God. So once you hear that they have started registering, go and tell your brothers, go and tell your sisters that every Zimbabwean, the prophet, that's what he said. If they ask you why, tell them God said it. I don't know why, but God said, let them do that. So don't ask me why, because I don't also know. God just wants voters in their numbers to march into the polling station. So I will not tell you what to vote for or who to vote for, because God never told me that. But God said, what I was told is let them register in their millions. If that does not happen, God said they would not have given me a horse. They would not have given me a horse to drive that horse, to ride that horse into my will. They would not have given me a steering to drive and turn into my will. So that's what I received from God. But when you look at it, it sounds maybe like scrap to some people. But the Zimbabweans, let's follow the voice of God. I don't know. But God knows. So we need to pray in the Spirit. So I had to inquire, when is if the election is to be there, when is the voting starting? I don't know whether February or March, but once you hear it has opened, I want you to go and register as the Lord has said. So we are a prophetic church. We take prophetic action. But Zimbabweans, listen. I repeat again, Zimbabweans who are listening to me, some outside the country, some who are listening to me in different provinces who are connected live as I'm concluding this prophetic service of the eve before the new year. The Lord is saying, Zimbabweans, no matter the age, no matter the color, no matter your height, no matter your likes, no matter your party that you belong to, from whatever party you belong to, don't sit down. If you are now eligible to vote, you have reached an age where you can vote. If you don't have particulars that allows you to be a registered voter, make sure you process that as soon as possible. And last but not least, all those who had never voted before, listen to me. Those who had never registered to vote, you don't know what is called a cubicle, even a ballot. You have never put an X on N. You don't even know how a ballot paper looks like. God is saying, obey my voice. And for the first time, be seen. Even if the queue is 6 kilometers long, wake up early in the morning and just wait until your time has come. God bless you. Thank you.